Yes, I do. Tonight I'll be tough. But it's new athletes every year, and it's a new set of opponents every year, and it's a new day every year. So the excitement comes when it's time to go.
I thought one thing that was different in this race, it seemed like some of your guys were up front early. Was that because of a slower pace? You know, you guys are known for staying back a bit, moving up.
Yeah, I think we're overly known for staying back. This team has been a front-running team since Louisville. They like to establish themselves out of the crowd and not have to deal with working their way up through. So I've been at this 43 years, and I'm still learning, and I've learned that there's no one pattern and there's no one template. And somebody asked me that yesterday, and I warned them that we wouldn't be coming from 100.
We've seen a lot of NCAA meets. This one was kind of unique with 60 guys in the lead pack at 5K. Does that worry you at all?
Well, it would have worried me if we were 100, but that 5 of our guys were probably in the top 35 or 40 of that blob was encouraging. Yeah, for these conditions, for a relatively good day, this was the best day in a long time. I was a little surprised that it was so tentative.
I could see a lot of the leadership you talked about in the chute afterwards, right after the race. Blake in particularly was picking up. A couple guys didn't have the best races, and literally 30 seconds after the race, he was sorting them out. Can you speak to the leadership of your team?
This is a team of 20-year-old young men who have egos and pride. They really have made a concerted effort to sacrifice individual goals. We have seniors. They want to do well. They want to impress the shoe company executives. They'd like to have careers after this. But these guys seem to just shake hands back in July sometime and say, one for all, all for one and one for all. And every team feels that way, but I definitely feel that way with this group, that they sacrificed for each other.
Guys did they get through the whole season without putting any pressure on themselves? Being number one, and the rankings, you can take them for what they're worth, but they seem to handle that very well all year.
Yeah, that's a metaphysical question. Do you put pressure on yourself, or do you guys put pressure on them, or does social media put pressure on them? If you're immune to it and you don't accept it, then it doesn't exist. So who puts it on who, I don't know, but it's there. I felt it, we all felt it, that everybody's coming after this as real good, young, hungry teams. If you come here ranked number 1, you only have one chance to have a good day. If you come here ranked 20, you have 20 chances to have a good day. You could be 19th and go home happy. So it builds, you feel it. We have a good team next year. We'll have pressure again next year. Maybe we'll be used to it. Anyway, they were marvelous at it. I was really proud of them.
To get the back-to-back titles the first time, is that make it, is that enjoyable for you in a way? Or
yeah, sure, absolutely. It's new. I've been at CU 20-something years. We've had a lot of exciting things. There's peak moments. Sometimes people ask me what's the biggest moment, and I can't answer. But it's always fun to do something you haven't done before, and repeating is special.
The previous teams that won, it almost seems like they built up, they progressed, and then they had the peak, really when they were experienced. This team's a little bit different, so there is an agenda looking forward to for them.
We have hurdlers on scholarship and throwers on scholarship and decathletes on scholarship. We don't have 12.6 or 18 scholarships invested in distance running, so it might be a situation where you load up 1 year and spend 3 years building them to a competitive team and then have to go back to work for a couple of years. We're good next year. We have some interesting young people. We'll be near the front end of this thing for a couple of more years. But I know, again, as I said, the Syracuses of the world are really hungry, and Dr. Dave Smith is dying to get back up front, and the Oregon team will be working hard to put together a team to beat us. So there's only a day or two of rest, and then back to work. Okay.